So when Mitch is here, right? Or I guess over here, he hears this KO rotate. That prompts him to take the space onto A site, and then Sova comes back with the bomb. Now they gotta be careful because we have Val in here.
The setup for the guard is worth noting in terms of Killjoy.
So we have a different round start from C9, right? We have majority of the team starting towards tiles now. This looks like it's probably going to be a mid default, but they're probably intending to fight mid more. Or they're going to smoke bottom mid and then cross and go up cat. Try to go for something like that, but we'll see. But so guard has Jet and Sova mid. So it looks like they're going to be doing some fighting.
From round to round, and now it's all stacked on this B site, which is where we have Cloud9 sort of leaning heavily at the start, but at the same time,
cat smoke, KO flash, dart mid. So the point of the KO flash is to make it more difficult for them to shoot this dart, to allow this dart to get pings. Luckily, Trent is here. It looks like Trent doesn't get blinded, although side player does. Shoots the dart for him, so that's huge, right? Because if that dart gets a ping, the setup's already fucked. Setup's already fucked. So. All right, side player gets on his angle here, and the drone.
The drone needs to be broken for him.
The flash dart, but it's just logical. It just makes sense as something you would do if you know the game well. It's like, okay, this dart always gets broken. This dart's very valuable if it gets a ping. How do we assist this dart in getting a ping? Well, if we throw a flash behind it, it's gonna be harder to shoot. There you go, right? That simple. So since the dart doesn't get any pings, so here's why it's really important for the dart to get pings. And why it's worth throwing the flash for it. Because if the dart doesn't get any pings, then this area is not clear. If this area is not clear, you need another way to clear it, right? So if the dart gets pinged, you don't have to burn your drone this early to clear this space. You can use your drone to go up cat later. You can use it to retake one of the mains later in the round. You can just use it on the exec, right? So, but when this dart gets broken with no pings, you're not forced to use the drone, but the drone is your only other safe way to clear this space. So, something to keep in mind. So the drone's coming out. So it looks like, so Saya player turns here, right? Watch him turn into the wall. It's because he's calling for a flash from Jonah P. They want to blind the drone or blind any players so that Trent can swing while the drone is blind, or any players following the drone is blind, and either break the drone for Saya before it sees him or shoot blind players, right? So obviously the timing doesn't work out. It's a little off, right? Saya gets tagged by the drone, dashes to pizza. So now this is going to be a really important situation, right? The outcome of this is kind of going to decide the round. Saya's stuck here, no dash, on the right side. We have Zeppa running up, pulling out a KO molly. Leaf is in the back, holding the pizza angle. So the only issue with this, right, is that when you're KO, and I know because I've been this KO, right? When you're this KO, running up, trying to get this molly off, you're vulnerable to other teammates swinging, especially when your teammates aren't out wide, right? But you're still going to have to throw this molly. Get the molly off. Nice, so we get the kill. They try to give him a star, too. Like, look, this is, like, the guard's pretty good here, right, on their reactions, but they're just a little slow on things, right? C9 doesn't give them enough time to react to a lot of these things, right? Because, like, the smoke comes down, but he's already dead. He got mollied out, right? So good plays from Zeppa. Throws the knife. Okay, knife hits the Sova. Okay, now we know that Sova's close on the smoke somewhere. He could be in market, or he could be on close in the smoke. Trent's reaction is to go for a play, right? So he crosses to pizza. He's like, they just killed somebody pizza. Maybe they don't clear me. Or even if they do clear me, maybe I'm just able to kill 3 people running through a smoke, right? So, all right, fine. 4v4 versus the bonus. It's still winnable. Like, I'm sorry, 4v5 versus the bonus round. Still, the round is still winnable without having to take this risk. But now, basically, the outcome of the round is completely dependent on the outcome of this risk. Because if Trent dies here and without a trade, even with a trade, but definitely without a trade, you're losing the round, almost certainly.
Situations, but Cloud9 looking to play the advantage. They split to A.
Nice. Okay, so they try to transition into an A split here. They walk into the off angle of Jonah P. Jonah P picks up a freebie. It's a really big freebie to get. Insta molly. He gets Omen flashed, but he insta mollies, gets the molly off, right? So they trade that util, right? So now it's just going to be dry gunfights by the time the molly runs out and by the time the blind runs out. They smoke A main. And Jonah P goes to fight. Okay, so the smoke fades mid. Trent goes to re-peek for info, possibly to go make a play and like pinch these cat players. But Zeppa was here lurked. And finds this kill. And now this is gonna open up the B site. So granted, they're gonna be running straight into a killjoy setup. They could also still just regroup like A main and just hit out A main together. I mean, honestly, as Cloud9, you have so many options here. Yeah, you just have so many options here. And they're all like pretty good.
And now they know only one player's on this B site, and they're immediately rolling back off of Cat.
Zeppa in market. He's peeking into B side a little bit. Kind of looking at the rotates as well. So look, so this is so good from C9 too, right? Like they don't instantly commit because at this point, the only way you like the main way you're gonna lose this round is by running into a setup where the other player is gonna start getting like free kills. Because if you trade out in a 4v3, you obviously win the round. If you trade out well. So they don't rush. C9 doesn't rush anything here. They hear this rotate and they're like, and Zeppa's like, yo, Killjoy's here. Like he hears, wait, did they already break a turret? I can't tell from the map if he hears Killjoy util, but I mean, he sees Killjoy for sure at this point. And it's like, all right, fuck it. Why are we gonna go to Killjoy's side? We heard A rotate and Killjoy's on B. So that means 1A max and it's not Killjoy. Definitely just a go A. And look, Mitch takes advantage of the. Wait. I said we're gonna use the pen. We're gonna use the fucking pen. Okay. We're gonna use it. So when Mitch is here, right? Or I guess over here, he hears this KO rotate. That prompts him to take the space onto A site, and then Sova comes back with the bomb. Now they gotta be careful because we have Val in here. He can contest the cross here, and you know. They have the bomb here, so gotta make sure that bomb crosses. The bomb goes down there, it's gonna be pretty bad.
Yeah, which allows them to easily walk into the A site.
And so this is good. So again, just really strong fundamental play from Cloud9 here. They're aware, like, okay, what's one of the only ways we lose this round? If our bomb carrier dies while crossing. So Mitch comes back, puts a turret down, right? He's waiting. And they wait for the Omen smoke, and then he helps him cross. Valen out wide, taking a solo duel. Mitch puts him down with the Spectre. Jonah P, I mean, at this point, you might as well continue peeking. Yeah, difficult retake here. Oh my god, he doesn't clear under him! He doesn't clear under! He doesn't clear under! Oh no, man! Oh no, you always gotta look. Oh my god, look at this, man. They don't see each other.
Trying to see what they can find here. It's all about the timings. Just missing a timing there. There's a catch though.
Oh my god. And he gets stuck with the dart. I mean, you're just dead. You're just dead. You're probably both getting spammed dead. Nice, Nick gets one. Drops. I mean, it's just so hard from that point.
Typically, that's not a very good ult or even retake a side early.
All right, what's the setup? Again, we start towards A main. It's a little different. So, do we have lockdown? No, we don't. We're one off Killjoy ult. One off Killjoy ult. But I'm assuming they intend to commit towards A because they have the Omen lurk here, and I guess the idea is that he's always going to be able to teleport into a hit if they find something on A. So he's always going to be able to just TP there and get shit done. Yeah, okay, wow, they just go out. Do they suppress the Killjoy? Or no, they got the KO ult.
Expect them to open up.
Yes, they have KO ult. Okay, yeah. So, pretty standard. Oh, and yeah, so Mitch gets the orb, and Mitch is going to plant the bomb. So he's going to have the lockdown in post-plant. They pop KO ult.
Look how
See,
far
Leaf
off
just
she
goes
is.
out.
This Asher is, she's trying to get her abilities to work. but
So
it's
they
gonna
just
be
take sight for
Cloud9
free.
Has this sight, Dan. It's gonna be a 5-on-5 retake, and I think we're gonna see both null commands use this round.
Yeah, and
All right, so the guard is, they're all already here. So they can go for a pretty fast retake as soon as the C9 KO ult ends. They'll pop their own KO ult. They don't have their own lockdown, but they'll use pen. Thank you. But yeah, so they have the option to go for a fast retake here. So we'll see what they choose to do.
from the shadows, so he can just
And unfortunately, so perfect. Also, like this is not to be underestimated. Like the perfect timing on the offense killjoy ult getting popped. Because look, the T side KO ult is ending right now. Look at the bottom, right? 0 seconds. It's about to be over, and the lockdown's put down. So he's making sure there is 0 chance that he gets suppressed from the CT KO ult and can't put down the lockdown. He is making sure there is no chance that happens. So just the little stuff. Really good timing shit. Ooh, but they get a tag, find a free kill. Oh, the molly breaks the lockdown. A good molly to break the lockdown. Okay, so now surely we pop KO ult and continue the retake, right? Yeah, they pop the KO ult.
frag grenade will do its job, and it's a 4v5 here for Cloud9 to try to hold on to this. They don't have much position to work with.
Nice, and they flood out, so nice retake from the guard here.
Corners, and it's, oh wow, the util game is on point for this retake from the guard. They had
Alright, so let's run it back really quick. What went wrong for C9? What went wrong? The pre-round idea was good. The take was fine. Obviously, they didn't really get contested much, but they had a plan for post-plant, right? So everything was good. What goes wrong?
yeah, and Vanity has the from the shadows, so he can just TP.
It's Leaf getting tagged by the Sova drone.
And
Dies for free. They had bad aim? No. It's not that they had bad aim. Watch. Tagged by a Sova ult. Dies for free. KO Molly breaks the Killjoy ult.
all that util is actually going to just
That's the main thing, right? This was their whole plan for the post plant. And they pretty much have nothing else to help.
will do its job, and it's a 4v5 here.
So, and like Vanity has an op, right? But he's not holding any, he's not in a position to hold anything for anyone.
Hold on to this. They don't have much position to
So
work
guard just starts, maybe guard retakes a little bit quicker than C9 was anticipating. Obviously, Cloud9's not anticipating the lockdown to get broken, so they have to react to that. And I think they just don't react to it fast enough, and then the guard is able to just scale out. Now most of their team's stuck behind a smoke, and they lose like one aim duel, and the rest of it was like other shit, right? Because Zeppa's peeking into an op that's holding him. I mean, obviously you're gonna die there.
paid off.
I think Mitch was like the only one that got an aim duel hell, and it was like one he wasn't really ready for. So, and good retake from the guard. I think the round was pretty good from C9. I mean, when they break the lockdown, they were definitely relying on the lockdown to get enough space in the post plant. The lockdown gets broken, one of your players gets spammed. Pretty rough from there with the positioning. So.
That mid presence from both duelists this time, the operator battle. The question is, how deep do you want to go for both players? Play just holding the tiles swing.
Looks like we got a Killjoy ult fake going over towards A. Whenever I see these fakes with the Killjoy ult, I'm always wondering, it's just like, okay, but what are you gonna do if they have info utility that's gonna tell them you're not actually out like pretty early? But even if they don't bite on this, the fact that they just the fact that they trade the Killjoy ults is already really good for them. So.
Oh, the ults lockdowns either way to cancel one another out.
But so like if you're the guard, right? Like this ult's about to pop, so yeah, they're very aware that this could be a fake. Look, they're already leaning back towards B because they're like, yo, it's 2 seconds left on their ult. The alarm bot still hasn't gone off. The turret still hasn't shot.
Very forward-thinking play from Cloud9.
Like, where are these guys?
very forward-thinking play from Cloud9. The defensive block. Happens in mid. Leaf finds Saya player.
Nice from
Oh
Leaf.
man, that's gonna create.
I don't think it's particularly bad from Saya. He just gambled which side he was going to be holding. Unfortunately, he's exposed to both when he does that, and
You can see Cloud9 starting to position for it.
yeah.
And the
So, and again, this is where the mid round. I feel like the mid round from C9 is just so good. It's just so good because a lot of teams would get this kill. They would like start with this A fake and be like, okay, we gotta run into B. We gotta run into B now. Like, and they'd just be sprinting through B main and run into another stack, or just not be careful enough and lose players in kind of dumb ways. But C9 gets this kill. They're like, we have a minute left on the clock. Like, let these guys sweat. Just let them sweat. Mitch is lurked outside A, right? They're gonna wait for some other thing to happen to be their decider on where they're gonna end the round, I think.
just the edge of the lockdown there.
They dart flash into B main.
The peak a
They
little
take
bit.
B main.
The play.
Looks like...
5 here for the guy.
Alright, looks like that was not the case. But
Just the edge of the
they do just go into the B split, but they do it properly, is the thing, right? They don't just sprint into B main. They use their util, clear B main. Leaf waits this whole time. He's waiting for them to get into B main. Now he starts scaling, now that they're about to come out of B main, so he's going to be in a position to trade. Jonah P runs into the smoke, gets one. Mitch gets a kill with his lurk on A, so this is going to cause so much confusion. Looks like Trent pops his, or whose ult is that?
try to defend this.
So Zeta's ulting for them as they run in, okay.
Dash from Leaf. He's got that blade storm out.
And, oh my god, dude, yeah, this is the mid round. So,
Out.
Vanity, they know two players are B, Mitch killed one A, Vanity TPs with the bomb to A site. It's a shame he dies, but Mitch with the insta trade, now they have the bomb here, and he's gonna get to plant pretty early. Alarm bot heaven, planning for main, planning for cat. Trent pops his Sova ult though. Oh, Mitch dodging it. And Zeta runs up mid while he's planting the Sova, while he's popping the Sova ult and finishes him off. So it's like the mid round from C9 is just so good on this T side. Honestly, so good. Their comms have to be on point. I feel like your comms have to be so good to pull this off, and your team needs to be very receptive to like the IGL switching things up in a moment's time, right? So very cool, very cool, very cool.